All right, so this guy has a broken electric guitar, a whole bunch of them. And I'm really only interested in one of these, I think, because I like this style and I want to fix it. So it's this one. So it's supposed to be a Dean Dime Razorback. This is like a $500 guitar. This is going to be a great score if I can fix this and get it for a reasonable cost, which is I'm trying to not pay anything. So, but there's something weird here. The headstock isn't right, and it says pig nose. So I asked the guy to clarify like what's going on with this. It doesn't look like what it's supposed to. So the guy sent me these pictures. So I'm not sure why the picture is the way it is. However, anyways, I talked the guy down, and the guy said he's interested in two guitars I have. I picked up and fixed a Decca acoustic guitar and a Silvertone acoustic guitar, and so I'll show you those two right here. So we're gonna pick these up. We're gonna take them to him, and we're gonna swap him for his Dean guitar, and then we're gonna get to fixing this thing and see what we can turn around from it. All right, so we just got back from doing the deal with the guy about the two acoustics and the Dean. So here's what we got. We got the Dean Dime Razorback. There's the headstock here. The kid slapped some sticky crap all over it and glue everywhere. There's like tape and a splitting here, and here's what's left of the truss rod sticking out. We then have the Epiphone SG, and if you notice, whoever broke this, or however it broke, looks like they got really angry and took a Phillips screwdriver and just stabbed the crap out of this thing and started scraping at it. So that's going to be a challenge to fix. Looking at the back of it, I mean, the back of it looks pretty pristine. It's pretty nice. So probably not much work to the back. And the headstock looks, I mean, phenomenal. It doesn't even look like this thing's ever had an impact with anything, so I don't know how this neck broke. All right, as for the SG, I didn't plan on this, but, it happened, so couldn't pass it up. Looks like the neck just kind of broke right at the strap lock, so this should be a fairly easy fix here. Looks like it's a pretty nice, solid guitar. Looks like there's a little bit of damage down at the bottom right here. Maybe it was leaning against the wall and somebody fell into it or something. Don't know. So that's what we're working with. So we're going to take and pull this little plastic piece off of here that's attached to the neck. We're going to open and pull this pickup cover off and out. And we're going to pull the strap lock out. So, and then we're going to get into fixing this. All right, so how we're gonna fix this is we've moved this pickup out of the way, pulled the pickup cover off there because I don't want that to get glued in place. So what we're simply gonna do is just take some of our specialty glue here, and we're just gonna coat this all over. Make sure we get in all the cracks and crevices, and we're gonna do the same with the back of the neck. We're gonna coat that in a little bit too. All right, so we've got a little bit of this wood dust here, and we're going to add just a drop of glue to it, just like that. We're gonna mix this all together. All right, so now that we have this sawdust and wood glue mixed together, I'm gonna smash that right in this opening right here. So what we want to do is I want to fill in the screw hole for the strap lock, because that looks like what holds this neck in place most of the time. So we're just going to smash that stuff down into that hole as best we can. It's not going to be complete or, you know, the best, but it's going to do what we want it to do. All right, so now we got the glue on there. We got the little plug piece we built. I'm going to put this in on an angle as far down as I can. Probably help us stand this up. Put this in just on a little bit of an angle here. It's going to be real tight because I let some of the glue dry a little bit. That way this would hold. I'm going to be screwing back in the cover right here. That way I have something to push against when I screw this in, because it doesn't necessarily sit flat without that being there. So we're going to clean this glue up. We're going to stick this on there. We're going to clamp it down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the clamp and we're going to close it a little bit. We're going to put it right here against this black piece and right here against the bottom. I have to put this up at a little bit of an angle, otherwise the horns on the guitar stick out too far and unclamp my clamp. You should see in the back, it should start to close that gap. And we'll take our other clamp and we'll put it on here the same way. Just like that. So then we're going to leave this, we're going to clean this glue up, and we're going to leave this for a day or two, and we'll see you then. All right, so now we've let this sit for about a day and a half now. I'm going to take the clamps off it and see if the neck has held tight. So, you don't see any movement happen whatsoever. No movement happened. Looks like it's pretty sealed in there. So now what we have to do is clean it up just a hair and put it all back together. So just take with fingernails or something soft like a cloth and wipe any excess glue off. All right, so the next step in this is to attach the nut we picked up. And so this thing's made out of bone. It's probably cattle bone or something. I don't know how well you can see down in there, but the glue has swelled inside of it to reach the top here. So we put this glue in there. It's going to help add more of a seal to it. All right, so now we put the new bridge on there. This guitar didn't have a bridge when we got it, so I had to find one off a different guitar, but I had a box of parts, so this was pretty easily gotten. So we're going to string this up. All right, so the strings I put on this were like secondhand strings. They were just some I had laying around, so they kind of broke as I was tuning it. Anyways, it plays, it works, it sounds great. Phenomenal instrument. This thing is lovely. I'm not even kidding you, this is completely fixed. Amazing instrument, absolutely steal of a deal for repairing it. This thing sounds fantastic, looks fantastic, and the only things left to do are fixing some cosmetic paint problems. So we're gonna move on to the next one.